Welcome back to my channel. So tonight I want to discuss Gaza. I want to discuss religion. I want to discuss politics. And I want to discuss the God question. So you, like me, have been watching in 4K over the last 2 years major atrocities. Okay? And sure, just to be fair, we'll say atrocities on both sides. But one side, after a year and a half, it's a little much. It's a little much. It's a little sickening. It's definitely being burned into the back of the masses' psyche. This is a guilt. People used to be like, oh, I have this guilt and I'm guilty of this. And I always used to think like, wow, what a stupid type of people to talk about guilt. Like, but then now I'm in that shoe where I'm sitting here thinking like, I got to carry this guilt with me too, because, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. There's a live starvation going on in real time. Now, here's what I want to get into right now. One, look at things strictly from a political standpoint that, oh, this is land acquisition. Oh, this is not land acquisition. This is about sovereignty. This is about the UN. This is about pipelines that need to be built in order for trade routes to go through. So there's a political side to things. Then on the other side, when you ask more why, and you think that why wouldn't everyone that's from that area just flee? And then it's like, why? What would make someone not leave that type of area? Okay, it's their home, but people move and immigrate all the time. This is where this subject of Gaza becomes a religious affair, because you have to think that what is going through these people's minds, what is not breaking them, that they are so firmly planted. So it's obviously religion, okay? It's obviously their religion. It's obviously their mindset, their ideology, okay? That's definitely what it has to be. Now, the reason when you look further into their religion is that the belief system is that that area is a special area on the planet. There are holy lands. Not all lands are created equally. And some things are given more importance than others. Okay? Middle East, middle of what? Middle of the earth. Okay? To a degree. So when you look at it from a religious standpoint, you have 3 main religions in this area. Some are under alliance, some are not under alliance, some have churches in the other areas, some have mosques in the other areas, but everything keeps running. And then you have to think that why people will just be like this. Ready? Why would God allow all this suffering? What kind of God would allow all this suffering? How does this happen? One of God's qualities is that he's a planner. Okay? When you will meet God, if there's a maker, you'll meet him. Don't worry. is that you will be speaking to a being that knows everything. Okay? So you've never experienced any sort of thing, that something that knows all your thoughts, all your intentions. And when you come and are just like, how could God let this happen? There are people that wage war with God. And when you look at what's going on out there, people go off philosophy, okay? Now listen, when you have people that have made a plan that at any cost they will achieve their goals, right? And when you look at it, that some people think like achieving goals, like America versus China, that they just have to, who would storm which beach first, okay? But, or would they meet in Taiwan or something like that? That's what people think about, like, okay, different countries. But what I'm trying to say is, there's mindsets that they're not going to go into the country just straight through like that. They're going to go in there psychologically. They're going to enter the psyche. They're going to come into, break down the country over a long period of time, over 100 years. People, over multi-generation, they have a plan. Now, I'm talking about God in this situation. And when you come up and when you come and say, how can God let this happen? It's your stupid timeline. It's your timeline that you think that, how I'm seeing this happening right now, this is bad. But the thing is that certain people have been waging war with God for a long time. And right when they think they've achieved their goal, the finish line is pulled ahead and it doesn't go as planned. When people think they have the PR fully won and that nothing could ever change the people's minds, boom, right away, mind shift. You have a guy like Fauci that comes out, and then for some reason, a lot of people hate that guy. Now, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I do have an opinion on that, though. Is that people have a plan, like Bill Gates, but they don't, they're not able to easily achieve all their goals. Just because there's an Illuminati running the world doesn't mean that they don't have problems in calling shots through all middle management. So when this is happening, there's starvation, there's this, there's that happening, God is still in full and complete control. Okay? And there's your plan, and then there's God's plan. So people that are really pushing human suffering, for some reason, for whatever that reason is, and whatever that plan is, whether it was spontaneous or whether this plan has been going on for 100 years or 1,000 years, that's where you have to think. That's how you have to think about these sorts of things. Because besides being sad you will in your mind try to rationalize all this atrocity that's going on, and it just feels like it makes you more sick. So that's all for me. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.